Men are scared of me. The amount of men that have told me they're intimidated by me is insane. I will go on a night out and not one person will come up to me. I've even had guys go for my friend and turn to me and be like, I just know not to play with you. And I've asked them why. They're like, oh, your confidence, your aura, your posture, the way that you walk into a room. I just know that you really don't play about yourself. A lot of men have told me that they're scared of being rejected by me. If you're not getting approached at the bar, stop thinking that like you're not looking tea, you're not doing the right thing. Men are not approaching you because they know you are out of their league.
All right, y'all. Here's a question. Why men don't approach women anymore? Glad you asked. Let's get into it, family. Happy Saturday, everybody. Number one, the fear of rejection. Women today, as we know, have some unrealistic standards. Some women. Unless he has a six-pack, six-figure, and is 6 feet, you can't talk to him. Number two, it's not just about the fear of rejection. For some men, it's the fear of being labeled a creep or because the man that's approaching you isn't your type. So because he's interested in you, he a creep? Come on now. Number three, online dating, which has made it so men don't have to get rejected in person. Number four, social media. Now you can just run up in somebody's DM. You don't have to have communication skills. I think all this technology and everything has made our communication skills terrible, y'all. Terrible. And last, we've seen how women will reject men in unnecessarily rude ways. It's okay to not be interested, to try to embarrass them. Y'all, we gotta stop.
These modern women think that a man is supposed to want what she wants. I say the plan, I announce it, you're supposed to want it too, right? If your vision is different from mine, then you must not really even like me. You gotta be exactly like me.
Guys don't approach me anymore. Why don't guys approach? Men don't approach. Okay. Do you go to bars where it's like the most socially acceptable place to be approached by a man? No, I don't want to meet a guy at a bar. No, that's not for me. Okay, so like where do you want them approaching you? Oh, if I'm at like a coffee shop in a cafe. Okay. So, do you have your headphones in at that cafe? Well, yeah. Okay, and you're usually working on something like your laptop or reading a book? Yes, yeah. Okay, so you want a guy to walk into a coffee shop, interrupt you, get you to pull out your headphones, get you to stop working on your laptop or reading your book, all the while that cafe is busy, so people are going to be honing in, looking, the barista's going to be snooping in, listening, observing, putting more pressure on the guy to talk to you. You want a guy to go through all of that while you don't even look at him or give him any sort of signal? Yeah, ideally that would work. Okay, do you realize how that's delusional? Yeah, probably. Cool.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
The guest wasn't 50-50. The dishes wasn't 50-50. The laundry wasn't 50-50. The cleaning wasn't 50-50. And that's at every job. I come home and they got food on the table, got clothes on the bed, everywhere. Literally. And I'm a clean person. If you've been to my house, I'm organized and clean. So every day I'm exhausted. I'm coming home, I'm cleaning my house. And yes, I do that anyways. But when it's just you, it's just you. When you are cleaning up for a man and his children and other people, it is a whole full-time job and you don't get time for yourself. And that's why women get burnt out, period. And you're no longer happy in your relationship because you're coming home and a man is sitting on the couch because he's tired from work and you're making sure you're catering to him. And let me tell you guys all something. I have done that. And I'm not saying that I will never do it, but I'm letting you know that it feels very draining. And I'm not saying I won't do it, but when I'm going 50-50 on you.
I take pride in doing it.
So what?
I don't give a fuck. I think it's.
So what?
Okay.
So what?
Cool.
So what? So what? So what?
I don't understand. Where is the value in that?
Where
is the value in that?
Well,
why am I going home and going 50-50 with you and doing all 50 and I'm doing all
why
of the
why does one have anything
First
to
of
do
all,
with
I
the
think
other?
she has a valid point.
Are you?
And you sit up here and listen to these modern women talk about how they can't find a good man. Up to a singles event, can't seem to find a man. It's just a figment of my imagination. It's like Sasquatch. It's like Bigfoot. He doesn't exist. There are sightings, but the Loch Ness Monster. That's exactly what he is. I cannot find him. But then y'all go out here and disrespect the man, talk trash about the man, and then y'all get confused. Well, he's not showing up to singles event. He's not showing up to singles event. I can't really find a man to talk to me in the gym. man, I go to the church, man, I go to the grocery store, I'm up here at the gas station at 6 a.m. creeping on men. I'm at Home Depot peeking around the corner creeping on men. Can't find anybody. It's not a mystery. It's just that you run your mouth too much. And now men don't want to.
As a single man who doesn't have any kids, why do we catch criticism for not want to commit to a woman who has kids?
I don't recommend to any man who is childless. I don't recommend to any man or woman, if you're childless, I don't recommend that you go get someone who has kids. I would recommend to everyone to start their own family. I recommend people with kids date people with kids, and I recommend people without kids date people without kids. Because if you have kids, you understand more the dynamic of dating someone who has kids. If you are childless, I don't recommend you put that on yourself. Kids are baggage. It's simple. People don't want to admit this, but kids are baggage. People who are childless should date people who are childless. People who are in a relationship, who have kids should date people who have kids. Now, if it's your preference, if you don't have kids and you want to go out there and go after someone with kids, then go ahead, do it. But this is what you have to keep in mind. When she's unavailable because she has duties as a mother, you have to deal with that. If you want to say, look, I want to go on vacation next month, she has to find a babysitter. That costs money. You have to pay for that. But if you don't, then you don't. And no one should receive backlash for it. Should have been the simple conversation. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
I think it's funny because modern women, they want a man to lead, but then they don't want him to lead. Like, they want him to provide, but don't be the sole provider. You know what I mean? Like, it gets real confusing because you're never really ever sure exactly what they want. And so if men have to like continue to like try to guess what you want, how is that appealing? You could be out here giving somebody your money and they'd be like, so what is it that you actually want? I would love to do business with you, but what is it that you're actually looking for? And I think that's what most men struggle with. They don't actually know what a woman wants. These modern women. It used to be that you can get a read on what they're looking for, but nowadays it's a little bit more difficult.
So I just got back from this event, and what is wrong with men? They have lost the art of approaching. Like, if we make eye contact, and we make eye contact multiple times, that is your sign. That is your sign that I am interested, that the girlies are interested, and that is your sign for you to come up to us and talk to us, because that is the okay. What's funny is that my 50-year-old coworker was like, what's wrong with your generation? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, your generation, the men in your generation are a bunch of pussies. And it's like, and I'm like, what? They're like, nobody approaches women. And so like when I approach women, it makes me look like a weirdo because women are not used to getting approached anymore. And I'm like, I don't know about that. No, you know what? He was right, because I witnessed that today. I was like, wow, I was at this event. So many fine men made eye contact so many times with this one guy, kept looking at me, and I kept looking at him. Nothing. It's like, okay, so like, you're not gonna say anything, bro? So like, do women have to do the approaching nowadays? Because that's not happening. If you think that's what's gonna happen, that's not what's gonna happen.
And a lot of times, what you might find with modern women is sometimes they know they're doing it and they do it intentionally, but then other times they'll do it subconsciously, where you have a man that's continuing to audition. You're still comparing him to an ex-boyfriend, Chad or Tyrone, or some sort of guy, something like that you met somewhere, that you were in a situationship with. You wrote, well, you know, he's not like this guy, or he can't do it like this guy, and my ex set the standard, and all that other nonsense. And eventually men hear that and they leave. So a good man that you had on the hook eventually leaves because you're talking nonsense. Oh, you know, he's not really, he ain't a real man. He didn't step up to the plate. I ain't trying to step up to no plate. I ain't trying to do none of that, because this is not a one-sided audition. to where you make all of the rules. We're both trying to put our best foot forward for each other. But it seems like in some form of fashion, one of us got only one of.
This is the most guaranteed way to make sure that that man never helps out at bedtime again. The absolute best thing that you can do is change your mindset, appreciate that that man is stepping up, go into the other room, and do not nitpick him. Trust me.
A loneliness epidemic. Men stopped yearning. Men don't yearn anymore. That's all women want. All they want is to be yearned for. Why do you think Mr. Darcy is such a sought-after gentleman, sir? There aren't novels about Andrew Tate's, okay? People aren't writing home about Joe Rogan. Wasn't it Voltaire talking about he didn't want his woman to wash for 2 weeks before he got back? Pretty sure. Why do you think book talk is so popular? Why do you think women are reading these fantasy novels about men who are literally crawling out of their grave to get to her? Hosier's singing about no grave can hold my body down, I'll crawl home to her. That's what women want. It's really not that hard, y'all. The amount of time y'all sink into trying to impress your male friends, do that trying to impress women, and you won't be so lonely. Nothing is sexier than a man who is so in love, so infatuated with his woman that he looks at her like a goddess. Trust me, I know. We need to bring back masculine men. We need to bring back yearning. Pine for her, ache for her, write her a dang poem, bring her a flower, bring her a rock. I love a good rock. Y'all are making it harder than it is, truly.
I think we have to start realizing that, when we talk about dating events and singles mixers and stuff like that, and men ain't showing up, maybe that's a sign. If you promote, and all of the women show up, but all of the men decide not to, for whatever reason, why is nobody stepping back to ask, now why aren't the men coming? Why aren't the men here? Man, we tried to do pickleball, they didn't come. We tried to do basketball, they didn't come. They'll come for football though. It looks like they didn't come for football. Maybe we need to start reaching out and asking, why aren't you guys coming? I mean, we had a night where we watched the football game and we had wings. We did the fight night. We did baseball. I mean, why are you guys not coming out? We're trying to do things that cater to you. And they'll tell you. And whenever they tell you, listen. Matter of fact, you don't even have to ask. You can just go in a comment section and see what men are upset about and what they're worried about, what they're concerned about. But do you think that people listen to men and what they be talking about? No, because they don't.
How bored would my husband be if he knew what kind of mood I was going to be in all the time? Can you imagine coming home to the same version of me every day? Predictable, stable, regulated? No, thank you. I could be anyone when he walks through that door. This is a live production.
It's called being peaceful. Also, men don't see stability as boredom. They love that. That's their favorite. He doesn't want to walk on eggshells. I mean, is this news to women? Men actually want, I know who I'm coming home to. They want that woman that where it's like, okay, she's in a good mood most of the time. She's gonna treat me good. Maybe she had a rough day or she's stressed a little bit, but she's pretty much gonna be the same woman I'm with. And it's just weird because I get it, it's a joke, but it's not funny. But it's like, instead of being like, okay, I need to regulate myself better, I'm not good at this. It's, I'm just keeping things interesting. No, you're not. If you want to keep things interesting, surprise him with a different restaurant. Cook him something new. Try something new make him banana bread. Surprise him with a date. Do something that you haven't done for him before. Heck, do your hair differently. Like, wear a cute sundress. Like, you keep things interesting in a different way that's actually healthy.
And I think another thing that, kind of confuses men is that a lot of these modern women have a whole checklist of the things that they need you to do. You have a whole checklist of the things that they want you to do. And then when you meet those things, or you're pretty well through that list, like you're checking maybe not every box because nobody's perfect, but a good majority of the boxes. she'll say something like, well, I mean, sometimes she don't even say anything. She just acts disappointed, like, okay, is that it? What else do you have? Like, I expect more out of my man. You know what I mean? And then when he asks, she's like, oh yeah, you know, you're doing great, but I know my friends would do, or my dad would do, or my grandpa, or I've heard stories and tales of my great-great-grandpa, who I never even knew, doing this for my great-great-great-grandmother. So I need you to treat me like that. That's a myth. He never did that. If you go back to her and you ask her what actually you can't ask her, because she passed away. Your mother's lying to you. That's a myth.
Okay, as women, we got to get this out our heads. The first sign that a man is leaving us is not cheating. It's not yelling, it's not distance, and most of the time it's not even another woman. The telltale sign is when he stops fighting for the relationship. When he was fighting for the relationship, he would correct, he didn't mind debating or explaining himself. And now he just says, okay, do whatever, I'm good. And unfortunately, we mistake that calmness as him like being okay with everything, but he's actually detached. A man will go back and forth with a woman when he still believes that something is there that's worth fixing. Trust and believe, when a man stops defending himself or reacting to disrespect, oh, you better take heed that he is prepping to walk out the door. See, us as women sometimes take all of that patience as that we have won the war, but actually we haven't. A man is going to retreat and then he's going to reallocate himself. I mean, think about it. He pulls his emotions back and starts moving differently. He's more private. He's less expressive. If we really look at it and focus on it, he laughs less, he talks less, and he plans less. He's already set in his plan, so there's no need to argue about it. He just adjusts to his new normal. And once a man adjusts emotionally, he starts to adjust physically and financially. He just starts to focus on himself, his body, his money, his circle of people that are around him. And once everything is in play and the day gets closer for him to leave, and he does, everybody is in shock and don't know where it came from. See, this is where we get slapped in the face. We think silence is stability, but it is a man prepping to say, peace, I'm out the door.
And I think it really has come to a point to where, you know, women are starting to really see men missing in action. You know, where are the men at? You know, used to be in coffee shops, or they used to be over here. They used to be everywhere. Men used to be everywhere. It's just not the case anymore, right? You know, the reason that a lot of these modern women really noticed a man is because a man was in their face, right? And so when something is in your face, then you're more likely to say, oh, well, here's one over here, here's one over there. You know what I mean? Like, say, for instance, one thing that my wife says is like, man, you know, I never noticed, you know, the type of car that you drive until I got with you. And you'd be like, they're all over the place. I've noticed them. That's why I got one, because I noticed it all the time. But that's how people, you know, if I see something, then I'm focused in on it. I'm locked into it. When men used to talk to modern women, then they were like, oh, the men are everywhere. Man's over here, man's over there. I can get a man, you know, there's a man. You'll never have to worry about a man. But now that men are kind of pulling back, then they're like, where are the men at? Well, the men are still right where they've always been. They're right in front of your face. It's just, you don't notice them because they don't.
As your best friend, can I be a bitch for a second? Don't marry a loser. Do not marry a loser. When you marry a loser, you don't just marry a loser. You reset the market rate. Allow me to explain. When you marry a loser, that busted mediocre man believes himself to be husband material, and then his busted mediocre friends believe that they too are marriage material. And suddenly, the effort required to enter this contract, it drops by about 40%. Besties, this isn't about love. This is basic economics. Oh, I get it, right? He bought you a Snicker bar back in 2017 and you love him so much. Bestie, let's take love out of it, because love isn't enough. Love won't be enough when you can't afford to send your child to summer camp because your busted, mediocre husband is sat on the couch doing niche. Love isn't enough when you can't buy shoes or pay your bills. Love is not enough. If women keep accepting low standards to enter into the contract of marriage, the supply will never improve. You're damning the rest of us That's right, bestie. The quality stays low because it sells. And you know where that leaves the rest of us? That leaves the rest of us with a bunch of Simons and Tundes who think that emotional availability is just some optional thing, who think providing is too much to ask for, and who think that, you're just a bit too big for your britches. Besties, I'm begging you, do not marry a loser, because if mediocrity keeps getting chosen, then mediocrity will remain the standard. I love you.
Let me tell you something. You modern women got a man showing up for you for years, doing your bidding, fighting off these other men that be dogging you out, simping for you, ungrateful, pretty much buy you anything that you want as long as he can afford it, and it ain't gonna put him out. That ain't the man that you want. Show up for you, be on the phone with you, gotta go to work early in the morning, gotta get up and go to the gym, need to be grocery shopping, on the phone with you. Had a business meeting, because some of these men are missing business opportunities. And you might sit up here and say, oh man, he an idiot for that. Maybe so. But he's trying to invest in you. And this is what men are trying not to do. See, I have this opportunity, but I'm trying to give you my time. And when y'all continue to waste a man's time, he says, you know what? I'm not missing no more opportunity. Well, you shouldn't in the first place. Exactly. But I did it because I thought you was going to be a good investment. And now that I know for sure, with 100% certainty, that you as a modern woman are not going to be a good investment, I'm going to be taking the business meeting every single time.
Gray sweatpant and flannel season has arrived. My husband walked through the house yesterday, and I actually had to cover my mouth before I said something I cannot say in front of our children. Sir, please, I am a mother. Anyway, anyone else just love when their husband is being a man? He'll go out to his truck, stand beside it, staring off into the distance, like the land is telling him secrets. No one knows what he's thinking about. Probably dinner. But I'm over here losing oxygen. Then there's backing up the trailer. If you know, you know. He does it in one smooth motion. No stopping, no starting over. He just summons the geometry of the universe with his wrist. Meanwhile, I have to mute music and pray to just back out the driveway. And don't even get me started on this man in equipment. Tractor season comes and suddenly I am the weak lead in a Southern romance film. He climbs up there, one hand on the wheel, the other on his thigh. Like God himself said, let's make this difficult for her. And I'm just standing there watching him, trying to remember how to blink. Then he hops down, wipes his hands on his jeans, gives me that little chin lift like, yeah, that's done. Okay, well, now I have to go fold laundry before I start our family expansion pack.
You know, you have a lot of men out here choosing peace. Really, honestly and truly. It doesn't matter if a man is in a relationship or a man is, currently pursuing a relationship, or a man doesn't have a relationship at all. It doesn't matter, right? Men have come to the point to where, I'm tired. I'm frustrated. There's no reason for me to continue feeling like this every day. I should not have to come home from work. And it's gotten to the point to where it's not even me coming home from work. I could be at work. And even it's gone beyond me being at work. Start my day with foolishness. You help me to start my day with foolishness. Men are tired of that. I start my day with foolishness. From the night before, you had something silly going on. I get up in the morning, you still have foolishness going on. I'm at work in the middle of the day, you still got foolishness going on. At the end of the day, I come home when I should be eating dinner, watching the game, still got foolishness going on. All points and parts during the day, you've got foolishness going on. Why in the world would I want to be around them? Y'all don't care about it because you like keeping up mess. You like drama. You like to be the center of attention. Modern women, I'll take drama. I'll take this attention, this validation, however I can get it. But men are not that way. A lot of men are not that way. They don't like that type of stuff. But you're going to keep on doing that, and you're going to wonder why a man is like, you know what? I don't have to explain myself. I don't have to be a part of this nonsense. I'm just going to stay single. I'm not going to be part of this. I don't have to do this. You're wondering why. You're going to be asking where the men are. Staying far away from foolish.
Cold approach your new life. This is the most fun step after getting over a breakup. After you've already done the leveling up on yourself to become the best version of you as a man, mentally and physically, it's time to date around. Not for the purpose of being a playboy, but for the purpose of actually this time taking your time, discovering what you want, what you don't want, what you will tolerate, what you won't, and learning how to actually walk the way when your boundaries are crossed, or if a girl has screaming red flags. She's not going to change. Stop trying. But no, you want to practice that social skill muscle of introducing yourself and talking to women. And you want to actually talk to just everybody in all walks of life. Improve the cold approach game overall. Hop on the dating apps too. It's a great, easy way to meet additional women. It shouldn't be the only way you meet them, but it's an amazing tool if you know how to use the tool. For anyone that thinks, oh, dating apps don't work, they do. Your profile sucks, your prompts suck, you don't know how to text girls, and if those are issues, you can get better at those things. But anyway, don't be afraid to cold approach and get comfortable with approaching and meeting anyone at any time. This will continue to build your confidence and let you realize just how many women are actually out there and how many options you really have. When you make you and yourself and your growth a number one priority, women like men that are independent and focused on their careers and their bodies and just like becoming a better man overall in life. They don't want to be the most important thing in your life. A woman just wants to be the most important person in your life when you're in a relationship. Big difference. Plus, as a man, that's where you get true fulfillment. A woman should never be your top priority in your life. She should complement your already fulfilled life, not complete it. So don't be looking for validation or approval from anyone else but yourself, dude. When you truly approve of yourself and you don't care who else does, you live a very happy life. Now go date around, have some fun, learn to give yourself your own validation. And if you are having trouble with these things or you fear rejection or whatever it might be, comment the word evolve and I'll send you a guide that helps you with all these areas.
Men are coming up to me in a super non-threatening, friendly way just to say what's up and then go about their day. And they're not expecting anything. They're not expecting a phone number or anything. They're just bringing good, friendly energy and seeing where it goes. One of them, I was at the park today after a run and I was just sitting in the grass stretching. And he came up to me and he was like, "Can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Sure. You seem like you run. Could you watch me sprint and tell me if I'm doing a good job? Tell me if my form is good?" And I thought that was so sweet and random. It made me laugh. Like, it's a little weird, sure, but weird is kind of fun. I don't know. So then he went to the track and he ran from here to here really fast. And then he came back and I was like, "Good job. That looked really good." He basically did reverse mansplaining. He was like, "Can you explain to me something that you have no business explaining?" And I was like, "Sure. This has literally never happened in the history of men, probably." Talked a little. He didn't ask me for my number. He didn't ask for anything. It was just a funny exchange. And that takes bravery too. Women, you have not been approaching me. You have been sliding my DMs, which I do like women in male-dominated fields. But I just want to say, walking up to strangers, saying hello, like that's a dead art form right now because everyone's just addicted to the apps and afraid of real life rejection. And some people are going to see this and they're going to be like, "Actually, that's weird as not approach me. I don't want to have to talk to you." And it's like, fine, cool. You don't have to. But maybe chill the fuck out a little bit also because the shit's ending. The world's ending. We're cooked. We might as well just be friendly to each other. I don't know.
Oh my God, you don't have a Valentine? Oh, would you like to know why? Because men yearn. Where the are the yearners? I need a yearner. I need you to need me like oxygen. I need you to be like, "Oh baby, I can't even breathe, baby." Like, I need you to need me bad. Cause I need you bad. I'm a yearner. I don't ask for something that I'm not gonna give you. I'm a yearner. I'm a real yearner. I'm proud of it. But where the are y'all at? I'm looking.
Here's the reality, okay? Women don't always tell you when they're done. They'll just show you. If you miss these signs, you are already being silently dumped. Number 1, the intimacy disappears. She doesn't want to kiss you. She doesn't want to sleep with you. She doesn't even want your hand on her leg. That warmth is gone. Number 2, she avoids you. Suddenly, she's too busy. She's staying late at work. She's going out with friends more often. You've never even heard of these friends. Truth is, she doesn't want to be around you. Number 3, her body language. It turns hostile. She's cold, closed off, arms crossed, quick to snap. Even your presence irritates her. Number 4, she's making exit plans behind your back. Looking at apartments, moving money, lining up the next chapter without even saying a word to you. Number 5, she becomes hypocritical. Every little thing you do is wrong. You can't win, and she makes you feel small, useless, unworthy of purpose. It's her way of detaching. Number 6, out of nowhere, there are new friends, and let's be real, it's usually another man. She'll gaslight you like it's innocent. Oh, he's just a friend. But if she respected you, those conversations would not even exist. Number 7, communication dies. No good mornings, no checking in, no effort. She is silent because in her head, the relationship's over. She just hasn't left you yet. And the truth is, by the time you feel that shift, she is already emotionally gone. You are just the last one to catch on. Stop ignoring the red flags. Stop waiting until she's halfway out the door to wake up. If she is pulling away like this, it's not love anymore. It's a countdown until she leaves you. Don't be the guy left blindsided. Wake up, pay attention to the red flags because they matter.
Maybe women also now need to really sort of up their game and start approaching men.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yeah, I do think so. You know, while I know that it doesn't fall into that trope of masculinity and femininity, we do need to put ourselves out there a little bit. But just think about it, right? So if you are at a party, which is the guy who's going to come up and talk to you? It's just the most confident, most cocky dude in the room. And there could be a whole bunch of really like wonderful guys over there who don't have the guts to talk to you. And that's not their fault. If that's just not their personality. So you end up talking to this cocky dude. He's going to be that guy in the relationship. When we wonder why we keep dating the same man over and over, it's because that's the only man that will come up to you to talk to you at a party because you're not talking to anybody else.
Oh boy. So what men don't know about women is that we don't make them the center of everything. They're already the center of everything. And literally, I came up with a new way to talk about it. And I had this realization on the plane this morning. Oh my gosh. So I've asked men where different feelings are in their body. And some are the same, and some are just different for a different man, where he feels different things. And they're in different places. You know, dread might be in one place. Shame's pretty consistent for people right here. I've asked men, where do you feel happy? And they couldn't answer because they paid no attention to themselves being happy. Pay attention to women being happy, right? But this is what I found out. It's here. Happy shows up here. It shows up here, big happy, goes down the arms and high five, smack on the butt, spike the ball. That's a big happy, right? This is also where you experience power. Happy and power go together. Can you see it? One thing men don't know about women is that the power terrifies us. Especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid to use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And this is why women attack men when they're happy.
It's such a basic thing that a woman shouldn't be promiscuous. If she's not promiscuous, it's just the average woman, right? If a man is promiscuous, then it's the average man. If he's not promiscuous, then golden retriever, I found him out of millions. Oh my god, I didn't think it's possible. A man who values himself, who doesn't participate in hookup culture. A woman, she doesn't participate in hookup culture. Yes, of course, she's a woman. She was shamed into not participating. Know your place, you. Of course, you shouldn't hook up with guys for your own pleasure.
Men who realise they've let a good woman go and regret it, what made you realise that you regretted it? I'm here to share with you today a subreddit that I found of basically men that regret how they treated that one girl. This is definitely not for you to be like, oh my gosh, maybe he regrets it, maybe he'll come back. No, let him live in the regret, okay? But if you needed to feel a little bit better, and if you thought, oh, maybe he didn't care about me, like blah, 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 just listen to some of these messages. And if you like this type of content, make sure to drop me a follow and let me know in the comments what you think. I still miss her years later, even though I've had many relationships since then. Her laugh, the adoring look she'd give me, smart, funny, and sexy as hell, but I miss her laugh the most. I thought she was holding me back because she was 7 years younger than me, and when I was approaching 30, I wasn't where I wanted to be in life. Instead of getting my shit together, I blamed her for it. Convinced myself we were better off going our separate ways, and when I realised how important and how special she was, it was too late. She found someone else. Sayings like, you don't know what you have until it's gone, really hits hard nowadays. I'm almost half a year out of losing the woman I know deep down I should have married if I realised what I did now. With that being said, time has made me realise and understand that I didn't deserve her. She was the most amazing woman I have ever met, loved me unconditionally, and I pissed it away thinking I could do better. I didn't treat her right and I deserve to lose her. She is with someone now, and although it sucks knowing that she's happier with him, I'm glad that she found someone who treats her right because God knows she deserves it. The hard truth about past love is that you never really get over it. It's a scar that in time will fade, but will always be there as a reminder of what once was.
When she says that guy is just a friend, do you trust her? This is going to piss a lot of people off, but there's no such thing as guy friends when it comes to your woman. There are only 3 kind of guy friends in a woman's life. The guy who tried and failed, the guy who's still trying, and the guy she already hooked up with but won't tell you that. This is about having boundaries, and it's about understanding how attraction and evolution actually work. Guys are wired to compete, and women are wired to find the best option. So if she puts you in a position to compete with other guys for her attention, even if she calls them just friends, she's disrespecting you as the man in the relationship. And you deserve a woman who understands and respects that. And I promise they are out there. You're just spending time with the wrong ones. You're not insecure to have standards and boundaries, and your peace of mind should not be up for negotiation. So if you have a woman in your life who is doing this, you gotta move on to the next. Know when to ring the next bell.
Being single and dating, it has its pros and cons. So a lot of times I encounter or like I'm dating someone, I automatically go to God. God, if he's not for me, please remove him. Like, remove him. If he's not what you want from me or what you have, please remove him. This guy texted me and told me he was sorry that he haven't been texting me, and he's sorry that he can't take me out because he's so busy, this and that, and blah, blah, blah. Y'all know. I'm gonna say this, and I know you probably heard it before, but I'm gonna say it again. Ain't nobody ever too busy for a person they're interested in. So when he told me that, I didn't feel no type of way. Now, I used to feel like, well, why, is it me? I'm wondering, like, what is it? But I couldn't feel no type of way. I told him, no, I thank you. Because I don't want you in my husband's way. So I'm learning how to handle it. Rejection is protection. And I feel like a lot of times, like men know they can't get over on me. I ain't no woman you can manipulate. I'm not naive, So I'm learning that it's okay. Like, God is just removing, God is minimizing so that I can have what he wants me to have. It's plain and simple.
Do you know what's worse than being in a bad relationship for years? It's being in a bad relationship for years and a day. You see, so many women stay because of the time they've invested. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You think about the memories, the history, everything you built, the life you built, and a voice in your head says, I can't leave now. I've already spent so much time here. But time already spent is not a reason to spend more of it suffering. Are you going to pay for your past with your future? And I can tell you something from the hundreds of conversations I've had with women who left. They all regret the same thing, me included. And it's never ever that they left. We all regret that we didn't do it sooner. Because on the other side of that fear is peace. On the other side of that fear is you. You will meet yourself again. And the truth is, the rest of your life is still waiting for you. You are never too late to choose it.
What kind of woman are you looking for?
Probably someone more traditional.
like how women used to be, just feminine, supportive, not too caught up in work and all that.
Okay, so you'd be the provider then?
Yeah, I mean, she should still have her own money though. I'm not trying to pay for everything.
So traditional but independent?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh boy, here we go. Gentlemen, I'm about to put you on game. And if you think I'm being performative in any way, you don't understand women. Okay, so as a traditional man who values traditional relationship, I'll be the first person to say this is the worst possible representation of what true traditionalism actually looks like. And allow me to correct myself, actually. This is what traditionalism has turned into in the modern day, and it doesn't surprise me why so many women are resentful to the idea of a traditional relationship. Oh, bro, I want a feminine girl, but at the same time, I'm going to take the obligations and responsibilities of a man in a traditional sense and put them onto her. Bro, I don't know why my girl's not submitting to me. Other women's supposed to be submissive to their man. Mine doesn't submit to me in any way. But at the same time, I'm going to force her into masculine roles of protecting and providing for herself. Man, I wonder why she's not submissive to you in any way. Here's the thing. The guy that's commenting, performative male boss, let me ask you a question. Hey, are you going to treat a woman, are you going to put her on a wifey budget if she's treating you on a girlfriend's salary? And what I mean by this is, are you going to look out, are you going to protect, are you going to provide, are you going to look over that woman as if she's a wife, if she's treating you like a boyfriend? Well, the answer is no. I'm going to answer that for you. So why do you expect a woman to submit to you as a husband when you're treating her like a freaking, it makes no sense. You're treating her like a girlfriend, and you expect her to treat you like a freaking husband. It makes no sense. The guys that get this, man. And I've had so many conversations regarding this. It is not difficult to put a woman in her feminine energy. It's not difficult to put a woman in her feminine state. All you have to do is step up as a freaking man. Protect, provide, nurture that woman, prioritize that woman, treat her with respect, treat her with kindness, and literally just be a good human being. That's what it comes down to. Look out for her first, right? Selflessness in a relationship. And I know that we struggle with that in the modern day, but at the same time, it's absolutely ridiculous. And there's so many guys that are struggling with this, bro. The women are ruined. Like, there's no good women anymore. That's absolutely not the case. You just don't know how to act as a man.
If a man is not putting money in your hand and walking away from you, he is not helping you. Once again, if he is not dropping money in your lap and then walking away from you afterward and leaving you alone, he is not helping you. If he is not offering his protection and service to you and then immediately turning around and walking away from you and leaving you alone, he is not helping you. If the help that he is giving you requires you to give him something in return, he is not helping you. Men are not helpers. They do not do kind things for others, especially women, without wanting something in return. You will be very hard pressed to find a man who just runs around doing random kind deeds for people without requesting something in return from those people. And especially when it is a woman. If he's not kissing your feet and placing money in your lap and walking away from you and leaving you alone, he is not helping you. There is something that he wants from you, and it's probably some Gucci.
Message! From your vantage point, why aren't men chasing and approaching women to the same degree?
Well, it's their behavior. It's the behavior, the attitude, the entitlements, the expectations, the expectations that they have from men these days for relationships is ridiculous, in my opinion. What you expect from a man, the approach. Men are probably one of the reasons they're probably scared to approach because of the attitudes that how they might. Nobody wants to be. It's one thing, in my opinion, to be. What's the word I'm looking for? Rejected, but it's how. And a lot of these women are just entitled. They think that they're better than average men. And so if a man, an average man see a woman that he thinks is attractive, he doesn't know what he's going to be met with. She could be like, ew, get away from me. Oh my God. Why you approach? They think that they're too cool for school. Like, you can't approach them. If you do, it's like, if they don't like you, it's like, they treat you like you're something ill, something nasty. Like, so if I was a man, I wouldn't approach either. The entitlements, the things that they're asking for, you got to make 6 figures. You got to pay their rent just to take them on a date. Like, who in that is doing that?
All these guys I date are just beta males, looking for a mother to tell them what to do. I don't know why it's so hard to find a faithful, masculine man that will treat you right. Well, why are you entertaining those men instead of the masculine men you say you want? Because those men want a soft, dainty little flower. And in my experience, those men don't know how to handle strong, independent women that don't need them. Is that really true, though? Because those are some masculine traits you listed there. And if a man actually isn't as masculine, then it's not like he can't handle things like strength and independence. He is those things. He probably just doesn't want to date it. Well, if they were actually masculine, they would be able to deal with a strong woman that challenges them to be better. Well, a person with a lot of masculine energy has had to overcome a lot of challenges head on, as you would know. Do you really think they want more challenges? A boss already challenges you. A coach challenges you. Life itself will bring plenty of its own challenges, but a partner has your back. A partner supports you through those challenges, not adds to them. So a masculine man doesn't want to deal with a woman that brings more challenges into the relationship any more than you want to deal with these feminine passive men who you have to tell what to do. You're asking for a man who's already put in the work to balance out their masculine feminine energies that you haven't actually done yet. So you're saying that if I want a man who's already masculine, I would have already had to have done the work to balance out my feminine side? Bingo.
And a lot of these modern women, after they get tired of being strong and independent, they want to get mad at a man because he don't step in and he don't drag her by her neck to do the things that she once didn't want to do. I'm sorry. You told me that you didn't want that to happen. Well, stay out of my way. I ain't never gonna let a man tell me what to do. Da 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 da. But now that you're tired of carrying a load, you just want that man. See, what they think men are doing is they think that think about it like the NFL, right? Where very few people get a chance. And so if one go, like you just got one waiting for that man to go down. I'm just waiting for my chance. That man don't even got to go down. Just switch me in. Just give me a chance. You go out there, you get burnt. Coach sits you down. Okay, coach, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready. Not even the next game. You ready to go in the next drive after you got burnt. Coach, that was my first time in. Put me back out there again. They think that men are that desperate to date them. That's why they think, oh man, I can always get a man like that. No. How many times, let me say this, how many times do you see an all-star? Because that's what y'all are looking for. How many times do y'all see an all-star begging to get back out there? Nope. He's not going to do it. He will go to another team. Because I have that cachet. I can do that. Oh, you don't want to play me? Oh, you want to sit me down? You don't have but a hand. And you might call it a diva. And I can't argue with you. But you ain't got but a handful of times to do that. In the middle of the season, I'm requesting a trade. Kevin Durant. Requested a trade. Hey, all-star athlete requested a trade and it's going to be granted. It's going to be granted. So y'all thinking that y'all going to have this bench of all-stars that when one go down, the next one up.